I like Marcus Parsons, but I tell you what, I love Jalen Ramsey. That guy is a beast. I mean, he can cover, he can tackle.
It's going to be significantly worse. Now, the only chance you have is if your defense is playing good, you can hand off and play ball control. But
Welcome to the Everything Goez Podcast with TKR, where sports get loud, the takes get hot, and nothing's off limits. From game day breakdowns to way too early predictions, we're bringing the energy every single episode. Buckle up, because over here, everything really does go.
Welcome to episode 239 of the Everything Goez Podcast with TKR. Today's episode, per usual, is sponsored by Samuel Owens Restaurant and Bar and fueled by 3 natives. Pick up an Aussie Bowl today in West Palm.
Yes.
Florida. Yes. Joining us today, as you can see him on the screen here, along with our 3 beautiful faces, is owner racer of TKR Racing 721, Troy Klein.
Or my uncle.
First of all, I got to tell you, there's nothing to worry about. All them Yankee fans that were freaking out, told you it was going to be fine.
Hey, I just need to say, man, this guy, he didn't watch 1 ounce that game to life. This is the guy that 2 weeks into the Yankee season said we ain't going anywhere this year. So I mean, I don't even know how you smile as a fan. You know, I don't know how you enjoy it.
All I gotta say is they need to fire Aaron Boone. They really do. After the debacle in Game 1, they need to fire him.
Ooh.
You know, it doesn't take a coaching genius to realize when you bring in Luke Weaver, he gets an out, gets a walk, and then gives up a double. One of the hottest hitters, your shooters coming up, and what do? You pitch to him. No, I would have walked him, brought in a new pitcher, and I would have went for the double play. That's how you play it. Nope, not
I'm
Yankees.
shocked you even knew what happened, man.
I watched Game 1. Game 2, I didn't watch because I was like,
I remember I was early in the game. I don't know if it was Game 1 or Game 2. Game 2 was really good. I don't know if it was Game 1 or Game 2, but something happened with the Yankees. The Boston tied the game up or something. And Noah texts me and goes, I never heard that. Turn the TV off so fast in my life.
You know what the thing that killed me is? In Game 1, we got bases loaded in the 9th with no outs, and we couldn't get in a run with our best hitter up. That blows my mind that today in baseball, we can't even pop a ball up in the air to get someone to tag and come in.
But I think too, man, it's like, man, Boston and Yankees, like, I feel like on one hand you could say, well, man, they suck for not getting one running, but both these teams are good teams, and Boston's a good young team. Like their pitching is really good. They have a lot of good young power hitters, and Boston's like that gnat, bro, that you just can't get away from you. Like they just keep bouncing back. You like no lead is safe with Boston.
And the thing is, good.
Oh, I feel like they got a pretty good recipe to win too. Just get some solid starting pitching and get those young prospects. Get some young guys out to play in the field that can run, hit.
Whoever wins this goes to Toronto.
Toronto's a tough crowd to play in, man.
Wow. What is with these division matchups? The Cleveland, Detroit, Boston, Yankees. That's a weird matchup.
Huh? I didn't want to go back to Boston, man. That's all. It's weird how all 3 games are in New York. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Is that legit though?
I thought they were going to Boston.
Yeah. Well, I saw the 8:00 time change. I was like, oh, they're going. First of all, I know you're on the west side, Dad, but like a 6:00 start is game changing.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I mean, 8:00, I'm falling asleep in like the 4th inning.
Why do you think I like 10 o'clock freaking college football on Saturday mornings? I love 10 o'clock kickoffs. I love it.
So it's weird how this one's an 8 o'clock game. I don't know if it's to give them a little rest or what, but
Ty, I forgot to do you want to break down what we got on the show?
oh yeah, man, we're gonna break down TKR Racing here. We're excited to have him on here, also known as my Uncle Troy. We'll talk a little about the Yankees push, and we got our Week 5 forecast going into the. Are the Saints gonna get their first win of the year? I don't know, probably not.
Yes.
It got Ace's lock of the week. Bet all your money on it. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. Philadelphia Phillies versus the Dodgers on Saturday will be good. No one cares because Philadelphia sucks. I'm just kidding. I mean, like, why the Dodgers even playing the Reds, man? That was a laughing.
Yeah.
That wasn't even worth. They didn't even put up a fight.
Anyway, let's get into this interview. Troy, tell us exactly why you got into racing.
All right, first off, before we even go there, Ty, congratulations on being a dad. I'm proud of you. I appreciate it. Proud of you being a married man. I wish you nothing but the best with you and your family. It's just good knowing that, you have your life going now, and I'm just really happy for you. So I wish you nothing but the best.
And the generation just keeps going.
Yeah. Well, now to answer your question, how I got into racing, I was doing this back in early 2000s. I'd say 2002, 2003. I started racing go-karts, and it came to the point where I was like, those are getting a little too crazy. I was in my early 30s then, so it's like, I went to try slingshot racing. So I got into the slingshot racing, and it was fun. I did it for about 4 years and got out. We had about 4 or 5 wins back in the day, and it was just something. It was just I was getting old, and I was just tired of it. It was like a job. I didn't want to race for points anymore. So I got out of it for the longest time, walked away from it, didn't want to deal with it, nothing. So then it came back in 2023. I'm like 54 years old now, and I'm thinking to myself, let's get back into racing. Let's just have some fun and finish the story, and bought a slingshot frame, and we're starting a slingshot race again, and we built that, and we started building that in 2023. We were gonna slowly have it redone for the end of the year and maybe do some fall shows. But the boys, Chris and Scott, their mom and dad both were diagnosed with cancer, and they died within a month of each other. And dad in between had a heart attack, and I just didn't want to do it. And he had his open heart surgery, and their mom died 2 days before dad had his heart attack, and then their dad died a month later. Actually, it was just it was overwhelming, and I just didn't want to push it. And then before their father died, he's like, "He's got to keep going. He's pushed so far. But finish it. Just finish it. Just go and do what you were going to do." And we talked, and we went back into doing this, and we ran the 2024 season in the slingshot. So when we did this, we struggled. I mean, we had a brand new car, never had a brand new car. We struggled with it, couldn't get nothing to go. It was just a headache. And then by mid-season, I was just so frustrated. We had a friend of ours that we raced Kutztown on Wednesday night, and Luke just happened to have a problem with his car, and he asked if he can drive ours. And I said, "Hey, look, we're struggling. Give us a hand." And we left him run it, and then he got us going in the right direction. And we finished the 2023 season pretty strong. Like, we had a lot of top 5s, a lot of top 10s. So we went to different places. We were just doing a lot better. And so at the end of that year, we just decided with the rules and the way everything goes with the slingshot, like, it wasn't our thing anymore. We wanted to go stage 1 racing. So we got a stage 1. We sold the slingshot, and we'd only had not even a full season on it. We sold it. Mm-hmm. Then we got the stage 1, and then we had 1 or 2 races last year where we went out and played around with it. And it's a whole different ballgame with this car. It's nothing like a slingshot. So it's more like a micro sprint frame and suspension, and it's a lot more that entails with it to get things going forward in the right direction. So that's how we got into
it. Real quick, how do you build a team? I'm sure it's based off strategy. And then on race day, is there a max number that you can have on the track at all? Not like in terms of racing, but just like the number of guys you could have facilitating.
Like on a crew?
Yeah.
Oh, they have different divisions. Like we go to Snydersville on a Friday night, they might have 150 cars there. But that's different classes. That's like go-karts, that's like micro sprints, micro stock and mini mods and all that stuff. So there's so many different divisions of racing that goes on at certain tracks. Like we'll average at Hamlin, like last year they were averaging 18 stage ones. So there was an issue that went there this past year where kind of like it was on the ropes with are they even going to have stage one racing this year? So the owner of the stage one division, he had to fan out and get other places to go. So they had tracks in Delaware, Bridgeport, New Jersey, at the old Bridgeport Speedway, and Snydersville, Shellhammers is a nice Wednesday night little bull ring. That's a nice place to go to. So now like they're spread out. So the guy had to make change in order to keep the product out there and keep it going. So next year at Hamlin, there should be about another 16 to 18 cars on a weekly basis. That's where they usually flock to because that's the place to be. But this year it kind of hurt a lot of places.
No, you just first of all, you look like Dad when you freaking talk. You got your head tilted back. You look like the old man. But how difficult is it to go to all these different tracks? I mean, you have setups now because when you go to slingshots, you basically just load the car up, change gears, you mess with the air pressure. Now you have shocks, you have spacers, you have the different gears. How difficult is it to go from track to track to track to track?
Well, we lost a lot of rainouts in the spring. So, like myself, I was going to Bridgeport, and I was going to Hamlin and Snydersville, and like Snydersville and Shellhammers can run the same gear at 74. Bridgeport's like a 60, I want to say 66, 67. So when you got to go in and you got to change the gear out underneath off the axle, move the motor forward. You got to take the chain off. You got to get a different chain on that's set for that gear. Put it on, and it's not bad doing that, but it gets tiring when you lose a lot of it to the weather because you're constantly changing and you have nothing to show for it. But the shock, the spacers, you want to set your staggers. The tracks change throughout the night, and the slightest little change can either make you or break you. So, you go out there and you think that you're doing the right thing with a tire stagger too much in, and then like you might wash away, like the car will go at the end. It might be good in the beginning, or if you do the opposite, it might come on too late when it's just about over. So you got to hit that happy medium. It's just kind of hard to find that at any time. It takes a lot to learn.
Now I know you raced on asphalt, and the speed is a lot faster on asphalt. What do you prefer, dirt or asphalt?
Well, I'll tell you what. The first time I did the test back in July with Richie Smith and his son Joel, and it was him and I out there, and we were turning 75 miles an hour flat out. And I'll tell you what, it's like you're doing 200, and you just see a concrete wall, and it's like I don't want to hit that thing. I literally held on to my breath, and I thought I was gonna have a heart attack, until I got off. And then I gathered myself together, and I took a deep breath. I'm like, that's wicked, but it was cool. And went back out there. I think I was turning just a little over 10 second lap, which was actually pretty freaking wicked. So it's a fun place, but I don't think I'd ever want to crash and hit a concrete wall on asphalt. That's for sure. I prefer dirt.
What do you think's been the most challenging track for you?
The bull ring for me. You got Snydersville, which is like an 1/8 mile, and I think Shellhammers is like a 1/4 mile. And you really got to be up on the wheel there. It's a bump and run type track. Like you don't have the long straightaways. You don't have the big sweeping turns. You want to stay at the bottom, and you gotta be on your A game there to get underneath somebody and just give them that bump to get up underneath them and keep it going. So those are the challenging ones, because the minute you wash up and somebody gets you, you're going from the front to the back, and it's not easy to get back to the front.
Dang.
Now you go ahead, Ace.
Is driving weight a concern at all, or significant compared to NASCAR or some Formula One things like that?
We have with the car that we have now, it's supposed to be 825 pounds. So that's what the driver. You're supposed to be 825 pounds minimum. I'm way over that. I don't have a problem. I think I'm pushing almost 870, so that's a good thing. So I don't need to add weight. If I put somebody else in my car, they might need it. We had an issue earlier this year, and we were at Shellhammer, and Luke McCluskey. Yeah, Luke McCluskey was the first time in my stage one, and he was driving. The kid's smooth. I mean, he's a phenomenal race driver. He drove my car and started on a pole. And I mean, Chris, I think you actually watched the video. We talked, and he was a half a straightaway ahead of everybody, and went across the scale. And they said he was 24 pounds light. He was like 80. He was like 802. And I'm like, there's no way, because the kid's like 210 pounds, and I'm like only 219. I'm like, there's no way he's this much. And we got DQ'd because of being underweight. So he had to start the feature in the back, and then he went from like 13th to like 4th, and like he was flying. And it was a tough pill to swallow, because we would have started on the pole for that feature, and we unfortunately started in 13th, but we finished 4th or 5th. So it was a good finish. But starting the back at Shellhammers, and you got all the hammerheads in the center, like anything can happen at any time. And to get through that, you just gotta needle your way through quick and just avoid all the crazy stuff in between, because it could happen at a blink of an eye. You can go be the fastest car, you can be sitting in the infield broke. So he did his thing, and it's a fun track. It's a fun track to watch.
Now, you mentioned Luke, you mentioned Patrick. Patrick is the one that won the championship. But you also had Garrett in the car, who was on the podcast. These cars aren't cheap. They're really not cheap at all. How do you find these drivers, and how do you become comfortable with these drivers to get them to go in your car? Because you just don't want to throw anyone in there that's going to go drive the shit out of it and wreck it.
Yeah.
Well, when you have guys like Garrett that race, and they have their own stuff, and Patrick has his own stuff, Luke has his own stuff. These guys race.
Hold on, Troy.
Mark, they used to.
Troy, just hold on a second. No, just so you know, Patrick's dad is the one that put our dogs down. It's so funny. He comes up as a friend on Facebook, and Mom's like, "I know him. He put Michaela and Marcus down."
Oh wow.
Yeah. So your question is, how do I watch this? Like, these guys have their own equipment, and you can tell by when you watch people drive and they race, who you can race with and who you can't. And like when they have their own stuff, like they respect their equipment. You can see how good they are and how skilled they are. You just can't go put somebody in there that's going to go into a turn and like dive bomb and just drive right into you and knock you out of the way. These guys are really conservative with their stuff. And they know how to race, and they know how to keep their equipment in good shape, because they don't want to tear their stuff up. So having Garrett at the spring race, at the big dog race at Hamlin, the kid was on rails. I mean, I think he would have won the $500 show, but unfortunately, he got hit, knocked the chain off. That ended his night. Tough pill to swallow, but he didn't go unnoticed. It's you win some, you lose some. So. I mean, Patrick White, he's a great wheelman on the short track. That's why we had him running Snydersville. Luke, he's good on the bull rings. He's good on the 8th mile. He's good on the big tracks. He's just as smooth, if not smoother than Patrick. So you know what you're getting when you put these guys in the car. You feel comfortable with them. You gotta let them run their show.
Yeah, we lost him.
He's there.
Oh,
Gotcha.
You just can't go and put these guys in the car and say you can't do this, you can't do that. I drive different than they drive, so like I might like to be the high side and like be a little more wild and crazy up there, where they like to be in the center at the bottom. So you got to give them the keys of the kingdom and say, hey, look. If you want to do this, you make the change that suits you. Don't make it to suit me. You're driving. You got to make it go faster for you. So your style is different than mine. Yours is different from that person. So, you got to let them have that leeway, because if you don't, you're not going to go nowhere.
Yeah. Now, what can you tell us about this photo right here? What should people know about this photo?
Well, That's me with my party hat on. And that's Patrick right there. That was probably win number 4 right there at Snydersville. This kid is just a phenomenal racer. And I'll tell you what, hats off to him. We actually stole him from the Delaware guys. What happened was, a funny story is, they had an early race up there in the spring, and Howard Mullins, the guy from Delaware, he has a 5 car, so he had Patrick driving one up there. And I said to Patrick, I guess Patrick broke or something like that. And then I said to Patrick, Patrick, hey, there's a big money show coming up the next race, and they were coming up. I said, well, they didn't know if they were coming up at first, but then I said, hey, how would you like to drive my car? And he's like, well, I don't know. And I said, look, I'm giving you the seat. If you want the seat, please take it. And he agreed. And then we were to find out that the Mullins guys were coming back up from Delaware. Well, Patrick was driving his butt off with this car, and then I think he was in the top 3. I think he was second or third, and he kind of got a little high. Somebody got underneath him, but he finished 5th, so I was proud. And then it's just a race by race thing, and then it just turned into, hey, look, you want to run the next one? And then he did, and like he's a senior in high school, and I just didn't want to get. I mean, he's a school kid, you know what I mean? I didn't know if he was going to be committed to running or not. And then he'd come back for the 3rd one, and he's like, "Hey, can I drive your car?" And I'm like, "Yes." He would. Why don't we just run for points? And it's been like that ever since. So he's been leading the points since probably the second week of May. So this kid's just been good, and he's just a blessing to work with. And like I said, you got to give him the opportunity to make change and do whatever, but with them. And he's got 5 feature wins, so the kid's he's good at what he does. He runs his slingshot there. I mean, I think he won 3 shows where he won a slingshot feature and a stage 1 feature in the same night. So it's good. He's being noticed. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. What's travel like for you guys? You just solely race in Pennsylvania right now? You guys travel anywhere else?
Well, right now we're Pennsylvania. I was going over the summer when I was driving myself. I was going to Bridgeport, New Jersey. So I was going down racing on the inside of the big track, and that was fun. That's probably the place I would love to race the most because it's wide open, flat. I mean, it's the smaller track on the inside, but it's big enough where you can go 3 wide, and it's an awesome track. Like, I just love racing there. It's a Friday night, so usually like getting down there would be hard because of the traffic on the turnpike or things like that. So I raced there about 2 or 3 times this year. It was fun for me. I think I was up to 2nd, and I wound up finishing 5th or 6th. It was just constantly passing all night long. It's just a nice track. I even tried to get Patrick to go down there, but what he does in the summertime, it didn't fit his schedule. So I ran like 3 races down there, but like I was just more or less picking and choosing what I want to do. So that's what I do. I'm not point racing, so it's a lot easier for me just to say, okay, let this person drive.
Now, Troy, I watched a lot of the races live when you have them on Facebook Live, and I tell you what, people don't realize how fast these cars go. And then when you have, like in a feature, you have 13 to 15 cars, it's follow the leader. Tell us how about your accident that knocked you out of commission, just so you can tell people how fast these cars go and how hard they hit that wall.
Are you talking about the one where I rode the wall down the back stretch? Are you talking about the one when I hit it and I couldn't sleep on my side for 4 weeks?
Both of them.
Well, I had a tire going flat on the left rear, and I went into the turn, and you don't realize it. It's like an oh crap moment. Like, I come out of the turn, and like the tire went down, and I slammed the side of the wall square, like the right front and the right rear hit the wall, and like I felt the jar, and I literally feel like a jolt of lightning went through my body. So I literally, like, it hurt. I mean, when you hit it on an angle, it's not so bad. But when you hit it square and you're like tire to tire against the wall, you feel that impact on the side. Yeah, and you feel it. And it's like, I literally laid in bed in August. Like, when I went to sleep, I could not lay on my left side. Like, I laid flat on my back because it hurt so bad to move. And it took me over 4.5 weeks to feel even a little bit better than, I did prior to that. So, I mean, it just, the impact's hurt.
We'll have to edit this part out so Nicole. We'll have to edit this part so Nicole can't see this part of it, or she'll never let me drive it.
Yeah, right. But There was another time I caught the front stretch wall and I rode it down the front stretch, and I'm literally like looking sideways down at the ground, and I could see the dirt, and I just kept it in the gas and came back down, and I remember everybody saying, I fired it back up, and I kept going. I finished nights that night, so it was that part was fun. It was like that was an old crap moment, but that was fun. So
now,
yeah.
Troy, one of my last questions before we get into the picks is, who does the paint scheme on your car? Because the paint scheme this year was amazing. And what's your plans for the future?
Well, the paint schemes are done by Joe Funk. Joe Funk Lettering. He's out of Zionsville. He's fabulous body design. I obviously did the gray body. I did the gray with the orange numbers, and then the other one was done by Jody, and it was black with the fluorescent red, orange, the purple, and like that metal, that's like metallic color. We just got to let him have the creativity. That's the one that we get a lot of reviews on, and people love that body. And that's the one that won all the races. So I hear that one all the time too. But he did a phenomenal job, and you just tell them what you want, where the sponsors go, and then you just got to let them have their way. And if you don't, then you don't get the quality that you pay for, because I feel like if you let them have that creativity, you're going to get better. You're going to get better quality on the creativity on the designs of your car.
Got to get this new logo on that fan side.
We could put that on next year. That's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, I would have switched it out if
I have a request. I don't want to be on the fan side. I want to be on the inside where all the photos are taken.
We can do that too. Yeah, we can do that too. We can put it on both sides. Hey, that way it gets seen on both sides. But going forward for the future, I mean, we're getting a new frame and we're getting a new body, and the frame's going to be a chrome moly. Now you're going to ask what a chrome moly frame is. It's a lot stronger steel. It's not as heavy. It's a lot lighter, but it's stronger, and it could withstand a lot more. So that's going to be coming soon, and a new body. And then we're going to take stuff off this car. We're going to put it over the new axles and stuff. We're going to put it over on that car, and we're going to get this one stripped down and go through it. And then we're eventually going to put a second car back together. So our goal next year is to have Luke McCloskey drive shell hammers with the newer car. And then this one we're just going to travel with, and we're going to race wherever we want to race whenever we feel like racing. So that'll be the old man's car here, and I can just jump around and go race wherever I want. So that's the plan. That's what we're looking to do. And we're going to have fun. We just can't wait. And then we're going to hopefully have it ready for motorsports next January. And then I believe we have a possible indoor dirt race in Trenton. Depending on how many slingshots they get, because the event only holds like 65 to 70 cars. And if they can't get enough of the slingshot, they're going to add us on a Thursday night, and then we'll be stage one racing on dirt in Trenton, New Jersey in March. So we're looking forward to that, hopefully, if that happens. But that's what our goals are. So
I told you when I come home next summer, you and I'll race the same night, and I'll push you to the victory like El Diablo and the Magic Man.
I'll take it. But hey, we could also have the women go shopping, and you can go to races with me. You can hop in. I got plenty of seats in the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh man, that won't end well. That won't end well.
My last question, Troy, can you just get the camera to show us what's behind you? The car itself.
Yeah, I don't know how to flip this thing, but I'll walk over to it and I'll show you. But here's the championship banner hanging right there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the banner right there.
Yeah.
I got to thank everybody that helped. Cresley's Auto and Truck Sales, Joe Funk, Pioneer Pole Bearings, Oil Man, Bulletproof Racewear, Blue Bomber Notary, Superior Auto, Design Provision, Western Hall and Excavating. We got the Everything Goes on there, Screen Print Plus. All these guys make it possible race, and we have the body panel retired on the wall here, and there's Everything Goes well. So that body's retired, and we have it hanging, and we also have up here, we have the official roof with the 5 feature wins on it. I don't know if you guys all can see that, but it's been a fun season. And I plan on myself next year driving when I want. I'm going to probably strictly own and just enjoy point racing with these younger guys. So it's more fun that way. You get to learn more when you're outside the car, and it's a lot easier for me. And when you try to do everything at once, driving, owning, and you make too much of a change because you don't have that person that can help you, you might make a change that might hurt you in the beginning, but come on too late, and it's too late because the feature's almost over. So I've done a lot of that. But it's fun, like learning and just being outside the car. Now, if you would have told me this 20 years ago, if I would have done it, nobody would have had the seat. It would have just been me. But no, it's a lot more fun as you get older. Like I'm enjoying it more now than I ever had. So it's been a fun, and
it's good.
Just thank, what's this? Everything goes. I had a lot of people. What's that? I told them it's a podcast. You've got to listen to it. And I don't know if they do or not, but I mean, I like that. That's nice. It's like everybody just loves that black body. So we're going to have a nice little design next year. So hopefully it outdoes this one, but I don't know. I mean, Joe Funk does, like I said, he does some great stuff. But it's up to him. Like if he can kill it like he did this year. So I mean, he's always made some nice stuff for us.
Let's do our picks because it's almost this time.
Let's go.
Yeah, we are. What is it? We're 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Minutes. We're 5 weeks into the NFL. First of all, thank you, Troy, for just sharing everything about your racing company, and the body looks sick. I love how you have it hanging up there in the garage. I mean, that's like your man cave, but out there in the garage. I love it. A little jealous. Let's do our week 5 picks presented by 3 natives here in Royal Palm Beach. Tell them Everything Goes sent you. You'll get 15% off your next acai bowl wrap or smoothie, whatever you're feeling. Game tonight, 8:15, 49ers and the Rams. Just walks right off, man. Dog pie went right in there.
They're knocking on the door.
Hey, Rams and 49ers, 3-1. I don't think Brock Purdy's playing tonight.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall, Brock Purdy.
And Jennings is out too. Plus they lost Kittle. Yeah.
I mean, but Brock Purdy came back last week and they lose.
Mac Jones is a good enough quarterback to propel them to win. I got the Rams, though.
No,
that
defense
Rams.
is Devontae Adams.
Yep.
Rams. There's no weapons for the 49ers. Rams all day.
Yep.
I don't know how the 49ers are 3-1.
Go, Troy.
Rams all the way. I feel the Rams. They should still be undefeated. I mean, it's sad that they got beat by the Eagles, but they should still be the unbeaten team. I'm going Rams.
They should. We have an early game this week too, 9:30 a.m. Ace. Is it 2 weeks in a row? No, not 2 weeks.
2 weeks in a row.
Vikings, who are 2-2, Browns 1-3, but Dylan Gabriel's making his start. Used a great analogy about firemen and the doors are always open. Is it still Carson Wentz's time or is JJ back?
It's going to be Carson's time, and honestly, it doesn't matter how well he plays. The defense is going to confuse the heck out of Gabriel. It's not like that's not going to be pretty for him. So I got
the Vikings here.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Cleveland has the number 1 defense in football right now.
Wild.
Yeah. So it's going to be a low-scoring game, I bet. Chris, who are you taking?
I am going Cleveland.
Wow.
Going Cleveland.
Dylan Gabriel getting his first win.
Yep. I'm going Cleveland.
What about you, Troy?
I'm going to go Vikings.
Yeah, you got to go Vikings. Carson
Vikings
Wentz
have been overseas too long.
Addison's back.
They're locked down, too.
Hey, let's do our 1:00 games. New York Giants get their first win with Jackson Dart. Scatterboot, man. I love seeing that scene from what's that football movie, man? Longest Yard, where you got like a Stone Cold running. Goes, that's how a white boy runs. That they're doing that meme with Scatterboot, man. But Giants 1-3 playing in New Orleans, who are 0-4. Who, man, you watch the Saints play, it's like they have every ounce to win the game and they just don't win it. I mean, they played the Buffalo Bills, who one of the best teams in the league. And for 3.5 quarters, had the opportunity to win. They just didn't.
I never saw the tush push with an interception.
There was the tush push with an interception?
Wait. Yeah, in the whatchamacallit game. Didn't they do a tush push? And
they did. They tried doing the Philly, and Chris Olave looked like he threw a duck in the air that got shot by like 5 different people.
I'm going Saints. Upset, baby. Saints.
The only reason I'm going Saints. And I think I'd be picking against them is like everyone knew the Saints would go 0-4, and like you can't really hold that against Rattler playing like four of the toughest teams. It's like you have to win one of these next two, or your time might be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I got
to go with the Giants.
Gosh, never having him on the podcast again.
They stuck it to
I got to go. No, I know the thank you. I just said, but I think it's the Giants. The Giants get it done again.
Saints just signed the 10-year deal, I think, with the Superdome to keep their home field.
I gotta say one thing though. Wasn't I correct? I said if the Giants get a quarterback, the Dallas Cowboys will be in last place. And where are the Dallas Cowboys right now? In last place.
Well, that is our next game. It's the Dallas Cowboys in I could say it's New York, but it's Jersey. The Jets, I don't know how the Jets are 0-4, man. It just doesn't. I don't understand it. But Dallas won 2-1, didn't lose to the Packers.
Ties are bullshit.
They're bullshit.
Ties so dumb. Why do we have ties in the NFL when college goes to like 9 overtimes?
Yeah, Cowboys have one of the best offenses in football. It's their defense that's horrible. They have 17 people that are injured right now, and they're going to get healthy. So I'm on Cowboys.
Bet the over. I'm taking the Jets for their first win of the year.
I'm taking the Jets too, baby. I think both 0-4 teams.
Another game,
Cowboys.
Another game Cowboys right there. I'll be in first place by next week.
Broncos 2-2 playing the 4-0 Eagles. I still think the Eagles are a fake 4-0, but I mean at this point, I'm taking the Eagles. It's in Philadelphia. It's in Philly.
I'm going Denver.
Dang.
One of the best defenses in football. As long as they travel well, I think they have the weapons offensively to get it done.
Ace, what are we feeling here, man?
I got to go Eagles too. I think the Rams have a pretty stout defense
another game
too, and it didn't turn out their way in the end either.
Hey, so the Dolphins are playing in Carolina. I passed the Dolphins stadium the other day. I had to go to Miami, and it's on the Turnpike, and it's literally on the Turnpike, and you just see like these massive. I'm like, and my wife's in the backseat. I'm like, that's the stadium, and she doesn't understand it. I'm like, that's massive. Trying to go to the Saints game, it was $90 to be in the nosebleeds, and now for $90 you could be 2 rows in the end zone. So I might be buying those tickets.
Yes, we'll see you on TV too. For the field
goal. When they kick the field goal, I'd be waving my Saints shirt. Everything goes hat.
Not a hot so take, but Tyreek Hill's his career's over.
I don't think his career's over. I just don't think he's gonna ever play for the Miami Dolphins again.
They had specialists on that were on there on a podcast, and they said that his knee, he tore everything in his knee, and he also broke it where his bone went backwards and almost separated that artery that runs in the back. They were worried about him bleeding internally and losing his leg. That's how bad his injury is.
Well, he was smiling the whole time.
They said for a 20-year-old, it's a 15-month rehab. For a 32-year-old, they don't think he's coming back.
Who filled his spot?
Yeah, who
what
does
player took over his spot?
That
you have Waddle, but that's it.
No, Washington, that whatever his name is, there's a receiver.
They signed Cedric Wilson off the Saints practice squad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm taking, as much as I don't love the Panthers, I'm taking the Panthers here.
I hate the Red Sox.
Taking the Panthers here, man.
Panthers. I'm with you.
I got
Bridgewater had it worse and came back.
Bridgewater wasn't 32 years old.
He was older though.
Yeah, look at Ayuk. Ayuk's still not back.
Ayuk isn't still back.
Well, dude, Bridgewater, I mean, he's a quarterback. He doesn't have to run routes.
Yeah.
Hey, I got Panthers here.
I got Dolphins. They're gonna weather the storm.
I'm going Panthers.
Okay, fine. I'll get one back on you guys then.
Yeah, okay, Ace. Okay, Ace. Raiders 1-3 playing the hot 3-1 Colts. I was a fan of the Raiders. I was on this podcast saying I think the Raiders might be a team that goes to the playoffs this year. I don't think it's gonna happen anymore. I like the Colts here.
I got Raiders. I don't know why. I just feel like Colts. That 3-1 kind of seems like a mirage, similar to the Eagles.
And last week was their first loss, right? I think Danny Dimes slumps a little bit now. I think I'm going Raiders.
I don't, man. I think Danny Dimes is the car wash treatment, man.
The guy
I gotta go with the Colts.
Okay, 2-2. I like this.
All righty. What do we have next here? This is an interesting one too. Texans, who are 1-3, playing the 1-3 Ravens. First time being 1-3 in like, I don't know, a decade or whatever it was. Lamar, I don't even know if Lamar's playing. I think he's out for 2 games.
Yeah, Cooper Rush is the quarterback.
Yeah, the Texans. I don't understand the Texans. I mean, they I know the score is not like what the game looked like against the Titans, but like it took them a while to get some points on the board.
Dude, the Ravens defense is horrible. Which is shocking. I thought they were going to be solid this year, but they're like, I think them and the Cowboys are like 1 and 2 as giving up the most passing yards each week. So
yeah, I'm taking the Texans.
Yep, Texans.
I'll take the Texans.
Lamar
Last week just didn't look like Lamar. I don't know.
No.
Like I was really disappointed in his play style last week. He just did not look like himself, and that's just really odd. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Texans this week.
So I think the Cowboys give up like 297 yards passing a game, and I think the Ravens give up like 298.
Jeez. Hey, our 4:00 games here. 3-1 Bucks playing the 3-1 Seattle. We talked last week how we feel like Sam Darnold isn't just a fluke; he's playing well. But I like the Bucks. I like how they fought back last week. I don't know if Bucky Irvin's playing.
Are they traveling? Are they traveling west?
Traveling to Seattle.
Yeah.
I'm going Seattle. Seattle just is different in Seattle, man. They got a good defense.
I picked the Bucks. I want them to lose for the division, but I think they're the better team.
I'm gonna go.
Come on, Ace.
Just something about playing in Seattle.
I'll go Bucks. They're banged up at
Bucks.
receiver too, but yeah, we'll see.
Does Cam Ward get his first win? He's playing the 2-2 Cardinals in Arizona. I mean, Cam Ward comes out and says, "We suck. We're trash. Terrible organization."
Arizona.
Yep. Cardinals.
Arizona.
Easy.
Although they're down to their third and fourth string, they had to call up Michael Carter, running back from the practice squad. So.
Yeah, they're losing a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's a passing league anyway, so Marvin Harrison and him are starting to click.
Yep.
2-2 Commanders. I don't know if Jaden Daniels is back yet. 3-1.
I think he is.
3-1 Chargers, who I think bounced back after losing to the Giants.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think they bounce back too. It's if Daniels plays, which it sounds like it is, Chris. They
don't have McLaurin yet. McLaurin's out.
I got Chargers.
Debo and what's his name? Luke McCaffrey are the best options there. And Zach Ertz. I'm going Chargers.
They can run the ball though. It seems like any back.
Chargers. Not against the Chargers though.
Yeah.
Chargers all the way. Lions, who have been absolutely dominating people, 3-1. They're playing 2-2. Joe Burrow-less, turf toe Bengals. I mean, that's an easy one for me. That's Lions.
Lions double digits. Baby.
Lions. Yep, Lions.
Might as well
sign
bet
a quarterback.
Parlays on there. Ooh, good 8:00 game here, man. We got the 2-2 Patriots playing the 4-0 Buffalo Bills. I'll tell you what, man. New Orleans Saints showed that the Buffalo Bills aren't that crazy.
I'm kind of skeptical about Drake May, though.
I'll be honest. I just think no matter how bad the Buffalo Bills could be or how good they are, how bad, whichever one, like, I just think when you got Josh Allen, it's like having a Drew Brees on your team or Phillip Rivers. You know, when you have a quarterback like that, it's in Buffalo.
Oh.
I'm going with the Patriots.
Ooh.
You know what? I think the Patriots can shock the world if their defense holds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got a problem is you have the number one running back in the league over there is Josh Allen.
Yeah, he's good, man. I mean, I watched him juke 3 Saints out.
I'm going New England. I think New England shocks the world. I mean, honestly, I think Buffalo's passing defense is one of the worst in the league.
Their Russian defense is one of the worst in the league.
That's it. The Russian. I knew one of them was. I'm going New England.
I'll give you the
game back.
That might have. I was leaning Bills. That might have tipped the scales for me because they got 3 legit runners. Yeah.
James Cook, he killed the Saints.
Yeah.
I'm going Bills until they lose.
I like it, Ace. Hey, last one here. Monday night, Chiefs 2-2 in Jacksonville, who are 3-1. Man, is this the year that Trevor Lawrence shows the world that he's still good?
Chiefs are getting healthy. They're back. Chiefs are healthy. Chiefs. You guys see a new Chiefs team now. They got the receivers back. Rashid Rice comes back not this week, but the following week. They're going to be one of the best teams in football, unfortunately.
Chiefs. If it was on the road, if Jacksonville was traveling, I feel like they would be a little more up to go. But being at home, I think the Chiefs are going to be ready.
You notice the difference when they got Worthy back? Pacheco got more involved. Kelsey got more involved. You know, they got Juju Smith, who's silently having a great year.
I'm taking the Jags.
Ooh.
That's for Tyler Shatley.
I like the way Trevor Lawrence is playing.
I'll take the Jaguars.
I mean, I think
You'll lose with your nephew.
Man. This is a year that Trevor Lawrence needs to win. I mean, he's lost like 3 seasons in a row after we go to the playoffs. You know, we had Tyler on the podcast. I got to root him out, man. You know.
Yeah.
What's going on with Brian Thomas there, though? Like, Brian Thomas is not doing anything. I mean, right now they're doubling him with safeties. You know, they're playing freaking Travis Hunter more on defense than offense. I'm surprised that the record that they have is what they have. ATN is probably the only thing that's holding them alive.
Yeah, he's so I lost in Chop League mainly in part because I took him over Amon-Ra first pick, and BTJ I think has like a 40% catch like rate or something ridiculous based on the targets. It's absurd. Maybe he'll get it going.
I'm watching the Cubs seeing if they blow the game against the Padres or not. It's top of the ninth with 1 out, man, on first and second.
3-1.
Well, that is everything that we have for this podcast today. We appreciate you guys. Everything we talk about, we do agree every week that you should bet your house on it, bet your finances on it, bet everything on it, because what we say is true. And man, we love you guys. I will see you guys next time on the Everything Goes podcast.